What it is, what it is. It's your boy Pop Shop talking back with this Dallas Cowboy talk. That's right. My team, my squad, win or lose, ride or die. You know what I'm saying? DC 4L. You know what I'm saying? What y'all talking about this weekend? We got the Vikings. We don't see them boys, man. Roll through them. I don't care where we at. Minnesota, Dallas, it don't matter. We gonna get them boys. I'm not looking for us to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But I am expecting for us to finish out this season on a high note. You know, is the Chargers game is going to be a tough game, I think. Not looking ahead, but as a fan, I can do that. But I think it's going to be a tight game, and you know, when we play San Diego. But I think we can pull that one out. You know what I'm saying? The two that I'm worried about, yeah, is the lesser two. You know, between it's the division game. You know what I'm saying? There's always a tough game between those two. You know, Dart out there running around, finding anybody. You know, got that playground mentality out there. You know, so hey, I mean, I'm not so confident in the back end on the defense. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the back end on the defense, you know, we made a decision with Diggs. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of comments and some controversy that's surrounding the player. You know, I think he was a good player for the type of job he was asked to do in the position, which is man corner. But hey, him playing zone defense, I don't think, you know, maybe 50% or more of those guys on that defense, you know, gets with that zone concept. You know, it don't make sense to me that you can have coaches that ran that man defense for the past, you know, 4 or 5 years, and you know, you even draft another player, you know, in the rookie, you know, you draft him to come in there. So Revel, you got him coming in. He's a man corner, and now you're asking him to play zone. I mean, as a player, you know, you getting paid big bucks. I can understand that, you know, you gotta try to learn whatever scheme that you come into. But when you draft it as a rookie, that means y'all looked at tape on me. Y'all seen me for the past 3-4 years in college, so you know what I do. You know what you saw in me to bring me in there. But now all of a sudden you get a new DC. Now you expect for me to, you know, to be a zone corner. So I mean, my stock gonna drop if I don't, you know, turn over and I don't grasp the concept, or my skill set don't be conducive to the new defensive concept. My stock gonna drop. You got me putting out bad tape. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's fair to the player. You know, the organization's got to stick to what they do. You know what I'm saying? If your defense has been mostly surrounded and specializing in man press corners and man defense, you know, that's the type of DC you should be trying to get in the building. If you didn't like the last DC that his concept of the man defense, then hire another one. If you hire another DC, but make sure that he's in the same concept. A man defense, he might be got a different philosophy, but he's still, you know, a man zone type, a man defense coordinator. So I mean, I think it's just as simple as that. You know, and you know, as far as Dak is concerned, the offense, I mean, they've been running pretty much the same offense, you know, since Dak been a quarterback. You know, the language hadn't really changed that much. You know, Schottenheimer, he's been there up under McCarthy. You know, he's been the coordinator. So, I mean, he hadn't been calling the plays, but, you know, Dak is familiar with him, so there hadn't been no big change, you know, for the offense. But, you know, the defense, I mean, you need these guys to stop people, man. You know, Jerry going out there spending all that money on defense. Now you got to go out here. You got to find you another safety, you know what I'm saying? A couple of safeties. So, I mean, it's more we got to do. You know, linebacker, that got to be addressed. You know what I mean? Overshown, you know, he can do but so much. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a one-man gang out there. You know, we still got to have, you know, linebackers that we can come in and you know, consistently stop the run and can drop in the pass. You know what I'm saying? That be able to handle some of these running backs that's coming out of the backfield. We just don't want to have it on one side of the field, and you know what I'm saying. And we can't keep up. You know, when it goes to them spreading us out, because that's really where they was killing us at in the last game. You know, they spreading us out and they're putting them running backs out there. When they catch you in the defense and you got like Murray out there and he getting cooked, you know what I'm saying? It looks bad. So, you know, we got some things to fix. You know, but we're not far away. We're not far away. You know, I want to be as optimistic as saying we just one more draft away to be right back in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is going to look crazy, but they seeing right now the potential. The haters going to hate. They're going to say what they say. But on the real, we're not that far away. We're not that far away. And they still think we need to go and get us a legitimate running back. You know what I'm saying? No slight to Williams. Williams been doing his thing. But, you know, he does get worn down, and, you know, we can't see it. We also got to go out here and solidify that tackle position, a right tackle. You know, we got to solidify that, you know, and once we get that squared away, I think we'll be right back on track. And we go get one, we ain't going to get one, we're going to get two. That's the way I feel it. You know what I'm saying? If we good enough to get there one time, we're going back for another one. So just get ready. Cowboy Nation, we back up on this thing. Everybody in the house, we making noise. And guess what? We them boys. It's your boy Pop Shop Talk. Yo, tune in on Sunday night. We're going to put a whipping on them boys from the Vikings. We might not be going to the playoffs, but we're going to make you think about it for the next season. Peace.